Hey folks, this is Carl with ACB Wildlife Control. We want to do a little segment this morning here on how to trap and get rid of moles out of your yard. We run a wildlife control service out of Memphis, Tennessee. And first off, I want to talk about a couple different traps that I use in my business here. The first one, this is called a no-mole trap. Very simple, very effective. Takes a little bit of finesse to get this trap. We're going to actually set two different types of traps here on an active mole tunnel. This is in an alleyway here behind my house. I've actually been on some jobs this morning. I've got a couple moles in the traps. We'll show you all that. But here are the two traps that I use in my business to get rid of moles out of your yard. This is a Victor out of sight. It's a scissor action trap, and the mole actually is going to push up dirt on this trigger, and the thing's going to scissor and pinch him. This no mole trap has got a little D-ring here, and you basically squeeze this open, and you're going to set that D-ring, and you want it about that far back into the trap, and that way when the mole comes down and hits the D-ring, it just pinches in there. Okay, so let's go to this active mole tunnel, and I'll show you how we set up a mole here to get them out of your yard. Alright, right here, like I say, this is just behind my house, but we do have an active mole tunnel. That's bad. I'm a professional wildlife control business and got moles in my own yard. So here we are. I've already cleaned out the tunnel. The tunnel is running this way. Let's start with this no mole trap. And you can see here is actually a mole that I caught from a client's yard this morning in the no mole trap. That's just how he was caught. You're going to set one tunnel or one trap in the tunnel that way and one in this way. This way, either way the mole's coming, he's going to get caught in the trap. And here's another mole that I caught in the Victor out of sight. And again, it's just a scissor action, but the two traps are totally different in the way they set up. And here's actually two more moles that I caught off a job this morning. And I caught one in a no mole and one in a Victor. Alright, back to the no mole trap. Okay, we're going to set our D-ring. Okay, just like so. There's the set trap. That's all it is. I'm going to lay that to the side. I'm going to take that mole out of that trap. A lot of times I'll take the trap itself and I'll stick up in here. You want this tunnel clear, so I'm just going up in there far enough to clear out debris. You don't want debris. This trap here has to be open. So we're going to set that trap. Okay, it's set. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to gently slide that trap up inside that tunnel so it doesn't fire. Here's this tunnel. I'm going to kind of open it up a little bit. We're going to set the second trap going the opposite direction in there. And then, so you don't lose your equipment, I'm going to take an orange yard flag and push it down in between the eyes. That way the mole doesn't push on the trap, it doesn't move, it's steady, and he fires the trap. Real important tip here to that no mole is there cannot be any light showing. You just can't leave an open tunnel. We have to cover that back up. So I'm just going to take some dirt, make a little patty, and I'm going to lay that in there. So now that's not impeding the function of that trap, but it's sealing that off, okay? If you have light in it, the mole's going to be pushing debris, and he's going to fire your trap off. Take another little patty. I'm going to lay it in there, seal that off. It's sealed down at the bottom, and that trap there would be very efficient, very quick. Any mole that comes down through there is going to get caught in that. Okay, that's the no mole. Let's move on and do this other type of trap. I'm going to remove these two, pull them out. Okay, this one, the Victor out of sight, is a little bit different because you want dirt back in the tunnel. Okay, so I'm going to put some dirt back in there. So now what's going to happen is the mole's coming down through there. He's going to hit this fresh packed dirt in his tunnel, and he's going to burrow his head up underneath it, and he's going to start pushing it up. Well, when he does that, of course you want to set this where the mole's coming in between these jaws. He's going to push up on here. And the trick with this is I generally take that section low where this trigger's going to be laying, and think about where your tunnel is in relation to the jaws. And you're going to just wiggle it down in there good and solid, good and tight. Okay, so now when the mole comes down through this tunnel, he's going to be pushing that up, and it's going to release this trigger rod here, and here's the safety catch. You're going to have to open it up. Of course, I'm going to mark it with an orange yard flag. That way nobody runs over it with a lawnmower or what have you. But folks, we just wanted to touch base that there's two quick, very efficient ways to trap and get rid of moles out of your yard. You can follow us there through our website, which is www.acbwildlifecontrol.com. Feel free to give us a call or just check our website out for more tips and tricks on getting rid of moles out of your yard. Thank you much for watching.